So this segment is about vanity in media, Mark Halperin, and you worked for many years at ABC News as one of the top honchos over there. Who do you think I am going to say is the most vain man at ABC News?
All right, you remember Johnny Carson and Karnak?
You've got the hand up to the head, the card. He's written it down. Yes, DM. He's got the proper initials, just like Debbie Murphy, Canadian Debbie, but it's not her. She works for me. It is David Muir. Okay, we covered him a couple of months ago at another tragedy, and he was caught on camera wearing his fake little fireman's jacket. This is him reporting. We're showing the video. And he made the mistake of turning to gesture to the scene behind him. And you can see he's got like the clothespins on the back of his fake little fireman's jacket. He's not a fireman, trying to make his waist look skinny. Mark, what man makes his waist look skinny on television or elsewhere? That's strange.
Yeah.
Unless you're gay.
I need to recuse myself because I'm currently wearing safety pins to cinch. So people like the cut of my jib. I can't turn. If I did, you'd see. I'm just lousy with safety pins in the back.
There's nothing wrong with being a gay man. None whatsoever. David Muir, I don't know he's not married. He's not out. I'm not sure what's going on there, but his vanity runs
He's
amok.
not out? I thought he was out.
I don't know. He just gave a long interview that we read and laughed at in People magazine where he was dancing around it, but he doesn't, like he's dancing around like a partner or whatever, but he's not out. He's not out.
Huh.
It's just suspicion. I don't think so. We've done some sleuthing. But in any event, gay or not gay, if you're an on-camera man, you need to be a man. You need to be a manly man. You need to be in control, and you need to not be worried about your waist circumference or how tight you look around the middle when you're reporting from natural disasters. So I would submit to the jury, while we do not have proof positive, Mark Halperin, we have circumstantial evidence that he's at it again, this time down in Texas, reporting on the terrible flooding in Kerr County outside of Dallas. He has, look at this, for the past two nights in a row, is wearing his teeny tiny black t-shirt, super high cut on the biceps so you can see his muscles, and the teeny tiny waist down below. And I will tell you something. This is when you zoom out a little bit, you can see the shirt has a little flare below the middle. That's not how t-shirts work. Men's t-shirts do not cut in the middle and then flare down below. And we went and pulled the video of him doing his walk and talk because we really care about this. And his t-shirt looks normal. It looks like a normal t-shirt, Mark Halperin, where he's in the field. There's obviously no cinchers. He's tucked it in the back because I think he wants to show off his fanny. And he's walking. He's a manly man in the field. But then you get him on camera. It's got the normal drape to it. You get him on camera for the nightly broadcast, and in goes the waist, where it's smaller than Megyn Kelly's waist, but in my defense, I've had 3 children, and he hasn't. And he wants the world to know he's super, super tiny in the waist, but super muscly in the arms. And the reason this matters is because vanity is amok in TV news in general, and amongst our evening news anchors, it already brought down Brian Williams. His need to embellish his life, his reporting, himself. And I would submit to you that this is like that in a different form.
Well, 2 things. One, I can clear up the t-shirt thing. Yeah, I've been shopping with him. He wears a medium, but it's a ladies' medium. So that explains why it's so tight. I have a great story to tell you, which is how I knew what the answer was, but I can't tell you here on the program. But next time I see you, I will tell you another story.
Oh, that's so unfair to our viewers.
I know. It's just, I'm not in a position to say it for wide consumption. But
let me ask you this about your story without getting into the details.
Yeah.
Do you feel it in a heartfelt, personal way that he's the vainest person at ABC News?
I feel this story illustrates the fact that if there's another contender for that award, they're a distant second.
Oh, at ABC. Oh, if there is, they are a distant second.
Yeah. But maybe not just at ABC, maybe in all of Manhattan. I used to go to the same gym as he did too. So I've seen him in action.
So you go to the gym, but when I watch your show, you do not seem to feel the need to show me the products of your gym visits. I do not see. I just don't turn sideways to show you. And I said I used to go to his gym. I don't still go to his gym. Okay. So here's the thing.
I still go to the gym, but Steve has me working very hard. So I can't spend 3.5 hours at the gym.
This is how Steve shows up at work too. And I constantly tell him, Steve, no one can see you. You're not on, no, just kidding. But I have worked with a lot, Steve is objecting. I've worked with a lot of men in television. I worked for years next to Bill Hemmer. I worked for years next to Brett Baer. And of course, they care about how they look on camera. And there's an attention to looking neat and making sure the hair is not like sticking out. But I have never seen this level of vanity amongst the men that I have had the pleasure of co-anchoring with or working next to. And that includes, I know some, I'm not going to say who, but like they do Botox. There's somebody at Fox I knew who got a surgery, a man. That I don't judge it. Honestly, being on camera, it does, you have to maintain things. But cinching the waist for a super skinny girl-like svelte figure is weird, and it's a bridge too far. This is where I draw the line, Mark Halperin.
Yeah. Well, two things. One is, the song from the producers, if you got it, flaunt it. So I think, there's a certain element. He doesn't want to waste what God has given him and what Peloton has buffed. Steve the other day called me and said he had 200 clothespins and wanted to know what he bought on Amazon and wanted to know if I wanted 100 of them. So you make of that what you will. But some of us are cinching. We're just not dumb enough to turn sideways on camera.
Steve's very upset. He's getting thrown under the bus and has no microphone. This is very wrong.
Well, he should make his Amazon transactions private.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something else. Okay, here's further evidence. Here's some context and some evidence. We decided to take a look at the other anchors. But this is a national tragedy. I shouldn't have to point out you've got children who are dead. Like, seriously, who shows up thinking about the size of their waist and whether they look buff in the evening news shot? It's very strange behavior. So we took a look over at CNN. They've got Pamela Brown down there on site. Let's see how she's dressed.
Yeah.
Like a news anchor in the field reporting on a tragic weather story.
Like you dress if you were late to pick your kids up at school and you had to rush to make pickup.
Truly. She's not doing glam. And by the way, we all know that when we go on site to report when people have died, glam is not a thing. You don't do glam. If anything, you play it down. Everybody knows that. Pam Brown, totally appropriate. Now, who's the next one before we get to NBC? I think we have one other. We have Maurice Dubois over at CBS now. Looks totally normal. Is he a
CBS network?
I think he's network now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Evening news now. Who can keep track? I mean, nobody pays attention to this stuff anymore. But
at this point, you and I are the only two people who haven't anchored CBS Evening News.
It's true.
Everybody else has had their shot.
But Steve has done it. Steve also did it.
Yeah, Steve's done it.
He's wearing a button down.
Allison's done it. Everybody but us.
Allison, our booker. She's being considered. He's wearing a button down shirt, like a man's shirt that you'd wear like with a suit. That's appropriate. No tie in the field. Totally get it. That's what you should do.
And it's the right size. If I worked at Nordstrom's, that's the size I'd give him.
That's right. And no cinching. I'm not looking at his teeny tiny waist. I'm not like,
Uncinched.
Maurice lost weight. Look at him.
Yeah.
Or look at his big muscles. Not that either.
Yeah.
Then we meander over to NBC News. And this is interesting.
Is this Tommy?
Tommy Lamas. Tommy Lamas.
Yeah.
He looks totally appropriate. He has same as Maurice. He's got like a black men's shirt on with a button down. Yeah. His collar is buttoned appropriately. We're not looking at chest at all. He's not showing off muscles. And let me tell you something.
If he was wearing makeup, he sweated through it too.
Yeah. No, he actually could use a little like pancake makeup tonight. But he's a common for David Muir because even though Muir is crushing NBC right now, just because people know NBC is bad, that they're evil in their hearts. This guy, Tom Lamas, took over for Lester, and he's younger and he's likable and he's actually doing well. And he has like tripled his the increases for the past 2 weeks he's been on, and he's coming in the demo.
Are his ratings higher than Lester's?
Yes. Yeah, he's
Wow.
going up above Lester. And
Wow.
he's improving the NBC demo number, which is the number they really care about. They want you to look at like, oh, we have 7 million a night. We have 7 million a night. All anybody cares about is the key demo. And in the key demo, he's making inroads against David Muir, who is like, tighter. I see this young man. He's coming for me. So I'm pulling my stretchy pants right now. Super tight, Mark Halperin.
It's the clothespin girdle combo that gets you where I can put my hands around the waist, like
Yes.
Bart Simpson. Like
That's right.
Like Homer around Bart's neck, right around David's waist, and you got to be able to do it and not touch him to circle.
He's 5 demo points away from calling in a Kardashian for a corset. That's where this is going. Just you heard it here first.
Tighter cinch.
Runs amok.
Forget.
Since President Trump was sworn in, his administration has made enormous progress at a breakneck pace. But don't forget, while they're moving mountains for the good of the nation, you've got your own personal savings to worry about. And one of the best ways to look after your savings is through diversification, particularly with gold, like from Birch Gold Group. In the past 12 months, the value of gold has increased by 40%. OMG. Central banks continue to bolster demand for gold by buying in record quantities. Global instability and tension is high, and Birch Gold makes owning physical gold extremely easy. Easily convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or buy some to store in your home safe. Just text MK to the number 989898 and Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, take control of your savings today. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.